also. Over to you, Vineet.
Group Captain Jha, uh, I'm still a little concerned whether these advisories, that are sent should be taken seriously or not. If they're not meant to be taken seriously, why send them in the first place? And I am also of the belief, sir, and you can verify this fact for me, that there are plenty of advisories which are sent from, various associations around the world, all over the world, to make sure that safety is not compromised. Is that something that needs to be consolidated? Is that what we gain out of this crash? Perhaps this new streamlining of these advisories will help save more lives.
Fair enough. Absolutely. There is no doubt at all that once any advisory is initiated, that must be followed, that must be done. But what is the advisory? The advisory was that the fuel control valve that should be checked. What check should be done? Should the check be done with the loadings, that how much of the loads are put onto the lifting of the spring mechanism so that it changes its position, or should it be just made to test by anyone, by any self? If it was a second option, then it has been checked. Every sortie that aeroplane has flown by the pilot, at the time of startup of the engine, it has been changed from the off to the run position, and at the end of the sortie, it has been changed from the run to the off position. If there was any doubt whatsoever in the minds of the crew that this switch is maybe that there is a tendency for slip off from the neutral position, or to get stuck at the neutral position, or the pressure required to lift up the cock is much less, it would have been possibly noted onto the log book. Remember this particular aircraft, when it has come from the Delhi to Ahmedabad, there was something noted by the pilot, and that check has been done. But that was not pertaining to this switch. So if the advisory was just to check the switch, then the switch has been being checked by the experienced pilots of the order of that. But if the switch was to be checked by the maintenance staff by applying the loading, then I'm sorry, then this is not to be done as an advisory. Then it is a mandatory check that every switch, after so many hundreds of the hours or the switches of the operation, or the number of the operation, should be checked for the under the pressure. That should be advisory. This advisory is not so. So let's not put everything onto the advisory. Advisory is advisory. By all means, it should be followed. And this switch is in operation in every sortie, Vineet. And remember, I have been hearing many of the questions being raised onto that 1 second difference between the two switches. People who have not held the stick and the throttle in their hand in their lifetime, they are advising the pilots that they should do like this. The person who has never conducted an aircraft accident investigation, they are suggesting the team that they should do like this. These are all going much beyond the preliminary report, the scope, what it was there. It is going much beyond it. I'm glad that Air Force maintains that confidentiality, that nothing will be going to anyone unless and until the entire thing is complete. Initial investigation report, we give it to our own agency. They know the preliminary finding, what happened, how it happened. Those are fair enough. And then it doesn't catch the media glitches, wherein every Tom, Dick, and Harry keep on, dissecting your own wisdom. That is not to be done. Remember, in the last few days that I have spoken to you, there have been a lot of queries onto whether this can be done, that the switches could be operated within 1 second. Where it said that it has been operated within 1 second. No, it has not. The report says that from the time that the first switch shows being put to the off, in another 1 second, another switch also has come. That means after the first switch has been operated, then within the next second, another switch has been operated. That's fair enough. I mean, anyone can do it. After you have put the first switch into the off position.
The big question is, can that happen